I've forgotten your name. Wait, Robert Croser. What am I?
Yes, that's my name.
I went
Thank you,
completely blank.
You went blank.
I went blankety blank. There we go. Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the bald explorer, out on another walk, and I'm back up in Cumbria. It's very exciting. I'm here with the lovely Robert Croser, who,
All right.
in an outtake that we just did, I completely forgot your name.
You did, Richard. How dare you? You always forget. You don't forget Kevin's name,
No,
or
how can you?
Julia's, or the lovely Richard Suggett.
It's very true. We're back in Cumbria and another series of walks while the weather is nice, and the weather is nice.
It's a lovely day. Yes, it's slightly overcast, but it's quite warm.
Now
You would say it's muggy.
It is muggy actually. There was a debate. We had a mild debate about whether to take raincoats or not. But there's blue sky, and I don't think it's going to rain. Now, Robert, where the hell are we, and where are we going? What are we going to see in today's video?
Well, Richard, we are on a path leading to Lacy's Caves.
Ooh.
Yes, Lacy's Caves. It's a folly created by Colonel Samuel Lacy in the 17th century. A local landowner, war hero, you name it, he'd done it. I believe he fought at Trafalgar, or was it Waterloo? I'd have to Google it. And he was quite a character. We are again in the Eden Valley, near the village of Little Salkeld. If you look over the fields over there, Richard, that is Great Salkeld.
Oh, right.
Another lovely village.
We parked up at
Little Salkeld. Just in the dip there is the world famous Settling Carlisle Railway.
Well, famous, but I didn't know what it was.
He didn't know, how dare you?
No, I'm an ignorant man.
Awful.
I'm an explorer.
Southerners, I don't know.
And am I right in thinking that there is the River Eden?
That is the River Eden that gives this valley its name.
Superb.
Gorgeous River Eden, yes.
Well, we better get walking, hadn't we? We've come a little bit down this track, but we're going to head this way to Lacy's. How far is it?
About half a mile.
That's not far at all,
Not
is it?
at all, no.
So, let's crack on. Robert.
Richard!
I remember your name.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Well done.
We've just paused for a moment by some derelict buildings here, which you tell me are part of a gypsum mine.
Yes, they're old mine buildings. I believe that one could have been a pumping house for a steam engine.
Oh wow!
A static steam engine. As far as I'm aware, I'm not too clued up on it, but the two buildings there are part of an old gypsum mine. The mine workings are further along the track.
Oh, are they? Because we're still walking parallel.
We are walking, yes.
Parallel to the railways.
We are, yes. The railway's just a couple of metres away down there, and it was all rail connected. The mine finally closed, I think, in the early 1990s, but obviously these have been derelict for quite some time.
Yeah,
because they wouldn't have needed it.
So they're what sort of Victorian?
Oh yeah,
Georgian or something
Victorian,
like that.
Definitely.
There's another one.
The mine was in operation for about 150 years, but they closed down and moved to Kirby Thor, the mine there, the gypsum mine, which is still going to this day.
Gypsum, what's that used? Is that for cement?
That's for cement. That's for plasterboard, cement. That kind of thing,
right.
Yeah.
We're passing here. I hope we don't get any interference on the microphone. An electrical substation.
Yes.
And a great big ladder with a tiny transmitter on the top here. If I just angle that, you might see it. Now the path, you say, comes away from here, and we scrabble up somewhere.
Yes, it veers down to the right, and we're on. Parallel to the actual Settling Carlisle Railway. Like I said, it used to be rail connected. The sidings were called Long Meg sidings.
Because Long Meg and all of her sisters
are about half a mile up that hill.
And if you don't know, we made a video there.
We did, yes.
A few weeks ago.
A very good video. I'm quite proud of that one.
Yeah. So do check that one out.
Yes.
If I remember, I'll put the link in the description.
Please do, yes, please do. That's Lazenby Viaduct in the background there on the Settling Carlisle.
It's
You can just see it through the trees there.
we've paused just not so much to look at the river, although it is fascinating
It's
and it looks
gorgeous.
a lovely viaduct. But what I hadn't appreciated is that part of this walk that we've been walking on as we've been going through this beautiful woodland has taken us along the old Victorian railway line that served the mine.
Yes, the original mine, yes.
And there's elements of it that we can see.
still left.
Remnants.
Still left.
So if I just come over here, there's a little bit of a drop
Yeah,
here.
there was a landslip, so be careful.
Yeah, try not to fall down. But have a look here. Those bits of wood, I mean, some people will recognise them, but they're sleepers, aren't they?
Yep, and that rusted bit of metal there, that is the actual shoe. I think it's called a fish plate. I'm not that clued up.
And if
But
we...
the rail would have sat in. I mean, just look. Oh no. I thought that was a nail, but it's not.
It's a thick nail if it is.
Yeah, you can see bits of rail sticking up.
There we are, look, there's a bit of rail.
Bit of rail there. If you look,
If we just come down
your
here
eyes
a bit,
peel.
there's some more bits of sleeper. There we are, another bit of sleeper. And just track along here a little bit. And here we go. I don't know what that's called, but
I believe it's called a fish plate, but someone's going to tell me it's not.
yes.
That's for holding the rail. The rail would have gone through there. The railway itself the mine itself, I should say, would have had its own exclusive engine. I don't think it would have been a big steam engine. It would have been a little
working
tank engine.
Yes.
Or maybe even at one point they would have used ponies as well.
So
to do it.
Is this where you meant the hoppers
Yeah.
are along here? You've got this built-up bank here, where presumably the mine works, or the product of the mine, is being loaded on.
Yeah, it would have gone right back into the hillside there.
And I think you said to me that the mine itself was going. When you think of mines, often you think of them as shafts going down, but this is going into the hill.
Inwards, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple of mine shafts that are blocked off further along. For the safety reasons, obviously, but these are the original workings along here. We've passed the ones that were built in the 20th century, more commercial, with a lot of sidings connected to the railway.
But this is the Victorian one.
Is the Victorian ones. These are the really old ones.
Yeah. You can't actually go any further down here, but that does seem to be a horizontal entrance into the mine. It's quite narrow though, isn't it? I mean, what would you get in there? You could get a very narrow truck through.
You would have done, yeah. There would have been just a couple of local guys with a truck that would have fetched the gypsum out here. It would have been, I don't know, sorted and loaded onto the rails.
Interesting. We saw. I mean, obviously this is quite an industrial area for some time, because there was an old millstone.
There was, yes, an old millstone.
And we've just had a look down here. Just quickly demonstrate. It's back there a bit actually, but you can get down to the river where there's a lot of rushing water, rapid stones.
You can, yes.
So maybe there was a mill here.
Steps cut into the bedrock. You can get down, and there's some metal rails, and there's the remains of a weir or something. So this site has been an industrial site for hundreds and hundreds of years. I would imagine the old mill predates the mine.
Yes. Excited now because
we're here.
We are here, yes. Here we go, Lacy's Caves.
This is Lacy's Caves, yes.
It says above you, dangerous path with sheer drops. Please take special care.
Yes, please do.
If you are accompanying the Vobes, chuck him in where possible.
Well, yes, considering your northern jokes, it did cross my mind, yes.
So, here we go. This is carved out of the sandstone as a folly.
It is, it's a folly.
Let's go and get into the caves, and then we'll find out about them.
Can.
After you, sir.
Certainly.
So we're on a ledge, walking along with the river, the Eden River, just there, through this, hewn out by workmen for this, what did you say was 18th century?
17th, 18 something.
Yes.
I don't know the exact date. I could find out. But I don't
And here we go, entering the caves. Wow, look at this.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Isn't it just?
Just going to walk right the way through to get a vague They go on, don't they?
They go on. There's about 4 or 5 rooms.
Blimey. This is quite dark,
It is.
quite spooky. There's a doorway.
Yep.
Much bigger. Oh, I nearly walked into the wall then. Much bigger than I thought.
Yes, this is the last room coming up.
Gosh. It's always a bit nerve-wracking because you
Yes.
never quite know if you're going to come across something.
Yeah, I believe this room was called the chapel for the obvious reasons. If you look, there's a arch there. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know whether it was started and not finished, but this arch definitely was.
You've got an arched window here,
Yeah.
which I'm now just coming up to have a look out of. Let's go back into the bigger
Yeah.
room. It's one of those places that it's very hard to film. You get a sense of it, I'm sure, but
It's very dark.
it's very dark and it's
Dry.
spacious. Let's go back
Yeah.
into the larger room where we can talk a little bit. Interesting lattice work on the.
Yeah,
on
it's,
the
it's,
surface.
it's veins of another rock going through the rock.
Oh, and here's the big room. So they sort of go all in one line.
They do,
don't
yes, they
And
do.
It is amazing, and of course people have come here. This is what I love.
Somebody quite famous has come here, a quite notorious artist. It was in the local news, it was on the local newspapers. It's not been verified that he actually came here, but we know he was in the area. If I just say his name, Banksy.
Ah, oh, is this one of his?
This is, it's not been verified, but if you look there, there's talk of that could be a Banksy. If it is, obviously it's worth quite a bit of money. If it isn't, it's just one of the locals messing about.
Yeah,
But we know he was in the area at the time. He won't confirm it either way, like he does.
like he does. The mysterious man. But other people have been here and
Oh,
carved
God,
their
yeah,
initials
there's
all over the
graffiti
place.
Going back
Here we are. Look,
hundreds of years.
one chap called Gypsum, whoever that might be. And if I sweep the camera around here, you'll get an idea. There's a tree. It looks like a beech tree, just perched on the very top.
Yes.
Heavens. And behind me this way, what a beautiful view. I
It's
mean,
absolutely
what
wonderful.
a spot. So just tell us, this was carved out, well, or not him personally, but ordered by
Colonel William Lacy. He was a local landowner, war hero, bit of a character by all accounts.
He had garden parties, you said.
He used to have dinner parties in here. He paid a hermit to actually live in here.
He paid for a hermit.
He paid a local hermit.
Is that
to
like,
come and live
it's sort of like security, isn't it?
Yes.
In a way. It's like, there's your night watchman.
Look what I've got. I have my very own hermit.
Hermit, yeah.
Lived in here for a good few years. I don't know anything about this hermit, but
Amazing. Robert, come over here,
yes.
somewhere, here. Another of the entrances. There's just hundreds of them. There we
Yes.
go. We've run out of time on this video.
We have.
Thank you so much for watching.
Not a problem.
No, not you. Thank
Oh.
you to them for watching. Thank you for taking.
Not a problem, Richard. Not a problem
There we
at
are.
all.
Uh,
I'm just pleased to show you it. Really.
It's fantastic. It's well worth the walk. So don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Have you been here? Have you got some caves? Excuse me. That you suggest that I could go and visit? It'd be lovely to see. We're going to do some more walks.
We are.
Weather permitting. But until then, thank you for watching, and thanks to Robert.
No problem.
Bye for now. Bye bye.
Bye.